About to ask you the same thing.
Looking for some work. We're gonna have some fun.
So we just got the machine home. Huge thank you to Sam for having a big enough vehicle with a hitch, and also for the awesome help. First thing we are doing is going back there and showing him everything that I've already seen, where the pipe is, because it's kind of a jumbled mess, and just getting his take on our plan of attack, as well as, you know, throwing in my own ideas too. So walking around to Giant Messimus Maximus, because we've already demolished the floor here.
I'm really short.
Yeah. There we go. So you ready to go back here and see the mess?
Let's go. Let's check it out.
Mess time. So this is what we've done so far. Obviously the floor from me over is all removed and in a really beautiful pile right outside the door. But we have a machine. We could totally, I don't know if it has a thumb on it, but we could clean up all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hey, better than using my own hands. So I dug a bunch of trenches here. The outlet from the house is right here, and the septic is directly past y'all. So the pipe should go like this, right? You should run a straight line to where you're going. But for some reason, it doesn't. It goes the complete opposite direction, and then presumably loops around at some point and goes back to the septic, which is over that way. So we have to sort of get a game plan and look and just really guess. I mean, a lot of it's going to be guesswork on where do we dig. We may do another trench similar to what I did here on the back of the shed to just locate the pipe, because I don't know if it continues on here. Does it cut? I mean, I have no idea. It shouldn't be going this direction. That's a weird direction to go. We had our little meeting of the minds, and you know, the plan remained the same after looking at it. We're just going to start digging right on the outside of that shed, see if we can find it, and then follow it all the way to the septic. Yeah. We'll pull this down, and then we can just flip it back behind us. We don't really need it. Watch out. Alright, we're almost at the spot of work, which is right here. I'm just going to drive it a little bit more forwards and start digging. The important thing is to dig carefully. We want to retain as much good pipe as possible. You know, it's possible the whole thing may need to be replaced, but I don't want to do that because I got in a hurry. So, slow and easy, you know, find the pipe and follow it to the septic. It's the name of today's game, boys. underpowered.
No, it's pretty good. Yep, right here, and it's broke.
Really?
Yep.
Was it broke by us?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you would have felt a lot more resistance.
Well, it'd be a clean break and not a dirty one. Let's see. All right, so I think the half that's facing you now was us. I think the other half wasn't.
All right. There's white pipe here. They just had a section of. Okay, this is definitely it. We've got something going on here. It almost looks like there's a Y valve or a split.
All right, so a couple minutes in, we've already hit the pipe. This is actually, so what you're looking at here is a broken pipe, obviously. I think this part, this sort of compression, squeezing fracture here was us. But this one here, I don't think it was. And it's also where there's some kind of a junction. I mean, obviously this pipe is black. I'm looking at something that's white, so it was, I mean, there has to be a weaker joint, right? I mean, if you switch up pipes in the middle, that could be a problematic spot in the future. So, do a little bit of careful digging here, and then I guess if we are going to continue on with this, we're going to need to get rid of this fence beside us. Oh yeah. All right. So this is where the direction corrects, because it was going the wrong direction before. This is the bend. So in theory, if it doesn't have another elbow in it, from here it should be a straight shot to the septic. In theory, I mean, I would have thought it had been a straight shot to begin with. So ain't no telling.
Welcome to the land of theory.
Theory.
I will go ahead and also add that black pipe you pulled up. That is not ABS sewer pipe, or at least nothing I've ever seen, because the sidewall integrity was junk.
Yeah, it's a flimsy little pipe. It makes me think of like a, I don't know, like some of that IKEA furniture stuff.
Yeah,
the black.
You should never be able to squeeze a sewer pipe and flex it with your hands.
No.
I mean, we're strong. We got some strongage, but
strong as a shark.
Yeah, that's a poo pipe, because.
Well, and there's a lot. So there's a big wad of roots here. So, that would also lend itself to tell us that this was, a pre-existing break here.
And what you're also saying is, although you're off the mountain, you're still dealing with some tough old roots.
That's right, tough old roots, man. Always. Instead of going just 100% crazy with it and digging up the entire pipe, we're going to now figure out if we need to. I'm going to go get a water hose and we're going to pour water in the bit of pipe that we've already dug up and see if the septic takes it. If it does, and it does that with little to no issue, we'll just fix what we've dug up and just rock and roll. I mean, hey, we'll find something else to use the dozer for. You know, I'm not gonna make the job bigger if it doesn't need it. Water hose here with water on, pipe exposed. So instead of digging back up the septic and actually looking in it for the water to come out, I'm just going to let the hose run. And obviously the pipe can only hold so much. So if it goes for longer than a couple minutes, clearly it's making it to the septic. It's the lazy man's version, but I mean, we got plenty enough work to keep us busy. I don't need to be adding more to it. So pipe, water. Rock and roll. We have success. The water's going into the actual septic, and it doesn't seem to be hindered any.
Yeah, looks full flow. I mean,
yeah. So, flow, yeah. So that should mean that the problem that we found is the only one, because I know it's flowing under the actual building, because we were able to cut on the water at that point and see it flowing. So fix this, right? That's it.
Yeah, just redo the horrible, sketchy patchwork they did.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, look at the place. I'm not surprised by that. But it makes our job easy. Now, I think the hardest part is figuring out what we're going to do with the rest of our dozer rental here.
All right, we'll find something to do.
Yeah, find something. So we filled up a big 5-gallon bucket worth of water. We're going to use this to pour in the clean out that's inside of this shed and make sure that we're getting the flow that we want to. Make sure that this little piece of pipe here isn't, a second issue. This bucket is leaking. That's probably why it took forever to fill up. All right, I'm going to pour the water. Sam, you make sure that, it's coming back out.
Oh yeah, that's flushing it out.
So we went out to the store. Sam proved his worth there. He's definitely had a better idea of what we were going for than I did. And this is it. This is our patch. This is exactly how it'll line up. We actually assembled it inside the store, so you get a visual aid here. Now that we've dug it up, we've bought the parts, just a matter of cleaning up these pipes and assembling this in place. Our digging has revealed yet another patch job with some more tree roots in it. I mean, it's not surprising. I don't think these two pipes are really supposed to go together in the way that they have here. I don't know. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do next about this, but I am glad that we found it. It's difficult whenever you think you're finished with the task and then it gets a little bit bigger. But better to find it now when the hole is dug than have a problem with it later. What Sam is doing now, oh jeez, did I fall over? What Sam is doing now for me, I mean, hey, he has proved his worth multiple times today. He is dry fitting everything. If you've never done plumbing at all, that is a good habit to get into. Do not glue anything until you have all your pieces ready and you know that they all fit.
I got it. Nobody's around to witness that victory but you guys on the camera. We'll see if it stays in the final footage here. Got it! Victory! Victory! I got it! Nobody's around. I got it! All done. All fixed. Josh.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever, I guess. So we did our dry fit. Everything looks good. I mean, it's good enough for government work, right?
Yeah.
We have both Oakley purple primer and Rain and Shine medium blue PVC cement. Doesn't really matter. Just use some kind of primer and some kind of cement every time that you do plumbing. Pretty easy. Obviously, we're not going for some kind of plumber's version of the Mona Lisa here. We're just try to get anything out that'll wipe out and just go ahead and primer it and do the deal. There's definitely poison oak back there. There you go. Alright, so this is a repair coupler. It does not have the lip in it. So we need to make sure not to push it all the way seated.
Correct.
So,
You got it.
I was saying, not asking.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, give me a pipe here,
There we
plumber
go.
master. Now what are you going to do? Instead of huff glue.
Put this one on there, right?
Are you sure?
Is that it? I guess.
I'm waiting for you to tell, not ask.
Alright, yeah, we're going to put this on there next.
Where's the eyes, Judd?
That's it.
Alright, let's hold it for a second, too.
We're going to go ahead and wedge this in. See, obviously my knee is holding the thing in perfect square. So we're going to go ahead and pound this in so I can get up. And it really only has to hold it until we get the earth put back on it and it settles down, because dirt will actually hold it in its position if we can keep it still long enough. Alright, now I get smacked in the face. So that's all she wrote on the plumbing deal. Everything's plumbed up, everything's ready. I'm going to unstopper the sink and see if it works. So there we go. That's the deal done, right? I mean, there's water flowing through the pipe. We got a real strong whiff of poop because my access point was still open, which is a positive sign at this point.
Yep, clean out's open, so we were getting some off gas. Means things are exchanging spaces.
Yeah,
trading places.
It's surprising. I can, when I pulled the cap off of the septic, no smell. When I pulled the access point off, no smell. But right now, bad smell. I mean, not good. It is rough. I'm glad we're finished because I wanna vacate the moose. That's right.
So I think all in all, it really wasn't that bad of a project. I mean, especially thanks to Angela's dad being close by for the extra pipe. That was a lifesaver. That saved a lot of time. And I mean, otherwise, we made do with what we had. We originally didn't think we needed the Fernco adapter, but it came into really integral use because of the weird angle from the house to the septic tank. So in that instance, yeah, I think that's the right use of it.
It was literally the easiest that we could have hoped for. As much as it wasn't fun, as much as it was difficult, I thought we were going to dig up the entire line. I thought it was all toast. I thought we were going to be replacing 50-foot of line and not 5.5.
Yep.
That second juncture, that second point that was broken and done in correctly bothered me more. The most.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were done. We already went to the store, bought the stuff, and we're like rock and roll. But now we got to do is glue. And then, oh, surprise, more.
Yep. By far, the number one takeaway from this is you just know you can never, ever attach ABS and PVC, black and white pipe, with any kind of glue. Because this is what happens eventually.
And you never take for granted that anything you're using, if you didn't put it into place, is done correctly.
Right.
Even right now, under the building, it goes from 4-inch to 3, possibly.
Like 3. Yeah, it looks like 3.
4 to 3 for about 3 feet, and then back out to 4. So there's a bottleneck in it. It'll work. Obviously, it has worked. That wasn't where the problem was, but it is something to keep in mind. A thing that you would never have known if you hadn't physically looked.
Right. Right.
So. All right, well, if you liked what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. You'll help support the project. There are links below. Check out Sam's channel, Green Acre Homestead.
Yep.
Rock and roll. And we'll see you next time here, Steve in the Woods.